All right, guys, we're live in the crypt. Our guests, well, let's start with this one. We got the road to Memphis Monster Con. Excited for the event. I'll let a few people get here, but either way, uh, Jamie's out in California, did San Diego Comic Con, and now he's spending the week with his family. And we had to switch Tuesday to Thursday. He lost track of the time. So we might have one of the people show up, but I'm not sure. I guess we'll see, and we'll go from there. And if Jamie, if you're watching, no need to apologize, man. Hey, believe me, I spend time with your family. What's going on, Karen? Good to see you. I know you're at a convention this weekend. Is it Mad Monster? Oh, where are you going this weekend? I forget. But yeah, Jamie's out in California with the family, spending time, and that's more important. We kind of discussed that on last week's show. We usually do the Tuesday show, but I came back Tuesday from OKC and got back to work, and it's just been really busy. Yeah, it's a Monster Mania. Hey, what's going on, Don Michael? Good to see you. I'm doing all right. I'm not doing too bad. My check engine lights on my truck. I've been so busy this week. As soon as I got back, it came on. It still seems like it's running well, but we've had a lot going on at work, which is good. It's kept me busy during the day, so I haven't needed my truck, and I haven't had a chance to get it down to the shop and see what's going on with the check engine light. Hopefully, nothing major. The truck still seems to be running all right, so I don't think it's anything too serious, but we'll see and get that fixed this week, which definitely puts a damper on things. Hopefully, it's not something too expensive because I'd rather be investing in some new merch for these upcoming events. Got a few things planned for our next two, which is in September. We got Slash and Bash in Topeka, Kansas. You got Mark Patton from Nightmare on Elm Street 2, Kim Myers from Nightmare on Elm Street 2, Hellraiser Part 4, Bloodline, chapter in the series that I really enjoyed a lot. We got Beatrice Buckley, Brett Wagner, and a bunch of other guests that'll be there. And it's looking like it's going to be a lot of fun for that event. And then the following weekend we'll be in Minnesota for Crypticon, and that's always a fun event. Excited for that one. Get the truck back in order so we can be back on the road leading up to Memphis in November. We got a lot of good ones left. We got the two I just mentioned in September. We got August off, which is kind of nice. Let me regroup, restock up. We did real well. Big thank you again to OKC HorrorCon. Had a great time. Met some great people, some great new people that I hadn't met, and some old friends. Thanks again to Thomas Bruce and Jordan Bruce for coming and helping me out. It was good. We had a good time. Also, if you guys were there, we got the pre-orders going. These are going to be, you can make payment plans on them. They're going to be $450 total, which is a killer deal. Anybody who's seen them in person knows how good they are. Let me try to do these easily here. We'll show these. A lot of people really like them. You really can't tell how awesome these are until you get there. So you can switch the heads. So this is basically a stand. Patricia, I miss you. I miss you and Dave so much. You guys are awesome. Love Patricia and Dave Van Heusen. Some of the coolest people. We had a lot of fun in Carolina, that's for sure. Big shout out to Matt Burns. Of course, Beatrice was there. That was fun. Uh, so many guests. And then you could always switch the axe to a machete or the sickle. I'll show you. And even when we showed Kane, he's like, some of the details on this, nobody ever gets right, but the details on the pants are really cool. So yeah, and even on the back, I mean, it goes all the way around. It's detailed all the way around. So I'll put up some pictures of it from the tables. Yeah, Fear Fest was good. That's where I met Karen, and she's become an awesome friend, awesome person that I've gotten to know. She came and hung out in Kansas City and then in Indianapolis. So, and she'll be in Minnesota hanging out and helping me out. I really appreciate her doing that because that's going to be a fun room. We're going to be with the Nightmare on Elm Street 4 and 5 cast. So we're going to leave that there. I will post up the link where you can pre-order these. They're not in the Doomsday's Crypt Shop because they are doing payment plans, and I am just not comfortable with the shop yet to start really rolling with it. And with all, you know, these conventions, all my items and merchandise, you know, I'm going to need the way things are going, especially with the two I mentioned, Slash and Bash in Topeka, Kansas, Minnesota the following week. And then in October, we got Halloween Palooza. And they just announced Mark Patton and Kim Myers there. Of course, Ken Sagos is going to be there from Nightmare on Elm Street 3. That's going to be a fun event. And then the following weekend, we got Scarefest, which anybody who's been to Scarefest or gone to Scarefest knows what kind of event that is. Definitely going to need all the material we can for that, all the merchandise we can. Got special announcements coming for Scarefest as well. And then November, we got Memphis MonsterCon. Yeah, of course, Patricia's here. We miss you too. We will see Beatrice next weekend in Jersey. Cool. You'll see Mike and his mother. You'll see Tony Toth and also Michael Toth. So you'll be seeing them there. Of course, Brett and Beatrice are there, and some really, really great guests. A lot of the Nightmare on Elm Street cast is going to be there, I believe. Who else? I think Michael Bailey Smith's going to be there as well. So that's really cool. Super Freddy, Pluto from The Hills Have Eyes remake 1 and 2. Well, he was a Pluto in part 2. God, I always forget his name in part 2. It's one of the Greek gods. I always screw that up. Yeah, it's going to be a fun event. Yeah, definitely say hi to Patricia, Tony. That'll be cool. Michael Toth will be there. My dude, the guy who does all the skateboard decks, the art you see right there. You know, the dual face, the three-eyed demon, the Scream, and then the comic cover. Oh, you're gonna have a table there with Hayden Newman. Oh, for his 2 movies. How cool. All right. You guys are rocking and rolling. I hope to see you guys at one of these events coming up, but I know you guys are East Coast. I don't have, well, that's pretty cool. That'll be cool. So you'll see him with Brett. Yeah, so you can see him there. That's pretty cool. Yeah, that's awesome. You guys will be sitting with him. I'm sure you and Mike will have a good time, which is always cool. As you see, we got some more work. We got something by Vinny Cucarato. I'm hoping by the next event we'll have a Doomsday's Crypt thing. Sean Stone, always out there. If you haven't had a chance to check out Sean Stone, check him out. He's always running some cool deals, getting some cool stuff too. Working with Michael Toth. So good to see you, Sean Stone. And I believe you'll be in Minnesota too, won't you? You in Minnesota again? But yeah, it's not going to be a long stream because I didn't really have anything prepared other than having a few guests. It's been a crazy week. Like I said, I got to go see what's going on with my truck, get that ready for, you know, Kansas, Topeka, Kansas, only like an hour. Yeah. That's where I met you, and I've seen him every year, him and his wife. Very cool people, always supporting the community and the talented artists, which goes a long way, you know. All of us supporting them goes a long way. So, Sean, thank you for all you do for everybody out there. And yeah, like I said, we're not going to make it a super long stream. I figure I'll just catch up with you guys. The pre-order is going to be there. We'll probably do a few more decks for the show and a few more items for these upcoming shows. We'll see. I still got a merch, but with 4 cons and 2 months, you know, this is the time I gotta get anything I need and get it done. We're gonna have some more Lonnie Freddie heads. I talked to him, and I think a few decks, especially since a few friends will be there. We want to make sure they have something cool. And yeah, excited, tired, but excited. It's always fun to get to the cons. It's always cool to have all these people that come and help me out. What's up? How you doing, my friend? I'm doing all right. We'll find out tomorrow after I get find out what's wrong with my truck. I might not be too good if it's an expensive fix, but you know, the truck's more as important, if not more important, than any merchandise I can get. Well, it's definitely more important than any new merchandise since I got old merchandise, but getting there safely, getting the truck there. That's the tough part when you travel all over the country. You're going to have those vehicle fixes that you're going to need. So it's not unexpected. It always stinks when it happens, but you got to expect it, especially with an older truck. Um, but yeah, Sean's great, Tony. But like I said, we're not going to go too crazy tonight. I'm super tired. I got back from OKC Tuesday. We've been really, yeah, well, I appreciate that, Karen. We've been just getting things situated, getting back to work situated, even though I was only gone, missed one day from work, which I didn't even want to miss any, but I was just exhaustion definitely kicked in on Monday, and I needed the rest. I didn't realize, but when you get closer to 50, you go on that adrenaline, and then when you finally sit down, and not Michael, but Thomas Bruce and his son will tell you, I'm usually on the go, making sure everything's right. And the same thing with Thomas and Jordan. They both worked real hard. We had a good weekend, fun table. But yeah. So how's everybody doing? So you're going to a Mad Monster this weekend, or Monster Mania? Excuse me. I always say Mad Monster. There's so many monsters, and I'd probably know it better if I'd already been there or I was going. But not this year. Next year, we'll see. We'll see what direction we decide to go in next year. This year is definitely going to be. Next year is going to be a lot less cons. Let me put it that way. I have fun with them. They're great. I love showcasing the talents, but I definitely want to move forward and on to bigger things. Oh yeah. That's what I'm not Karen. Patricia was saying. Yeah. Definitely Michael Toth and Tony will be there. They'll be sitting with Brett. So go say hi to them. And yeah, Dave and Patricia are two of the best people I know out there. I had such a great time meeting them in Carolina. My parents really liked you guys a lot too. And it was just a lot of fun. I know it was cool for us to be able to sign. Me and Beatrice co-signed something since they're a fan of the DK and the Bees horror buzz. So that was cool. And they even got the picture of me, my mom, and them together. And I think it's a great picture. So that's why do I keep saying Patricia keeps wasn't in the picture. I believe you took it, but you guys got that hanging. I thought that was really cool when you showed me that you guys got the picture of me and the family and Dave. Yeah, my mom's awesome. She's a lot of fun. I think they plan on being in Topeka. Minnesota is just too far for them. I know they'd love to go because they think the world of Beatrice. They love her to death, as we all do. How can you not love Beatrice? But yeah. They'll see her in Topeka anyway, so that'll be cool. And they'll be at Scarefest as well, and they're going to be at Memphis Monster Con too, since doing the panels, their support. Gotta love my mom and dad, especially at their age. They really enjoy these events. It really gets them pumped up anyway. You can see it. I know my dad really enjoys it, but it's still a lot for them to drive, but they insist. And I appreciate you, mom and dad, if you guys are happen to watching. Yeah. You haven't met Beatrice in person, right, Tony? You've met Brett, I think, 1 or 2 times already, so this will be the 3rd time. Yeah, she's sweet. I'm sure she'll be excited to meet you as well. Yeah, my parents are cool. They're a lot of fun. It's lonely when they're not there. It really is, because I have such a good time spending. Whereas a kid, you just want to be away from your parents, but the older we get, you just really enjoy the time when you get to spend it with them. Yeah, it'll be a good time, Clint. I'm looking forward to meeting you as well. We're gonna have a kick-ass table. I'm real excited about doing the conventions. That's gonna be fun. Let's see. You're going to Monster Mania Con on Saturday, August 3rd, New Jersey Horror Con and Film Festival on Saturday, So you guys got to make sure you go say hi to Beatrice and Brett and Michael and his mom, Tony, uh, and make sure you guys support them in any way you can, as you guys always do. I know they love meeting you guys, especially the ones they've heard from and know from Facebook, but they haven't had a chance to meet, or both haven't had a chance to meet in person. So that does go a long way, and it is cool. I'm trying to think of anything else we could talk about. Like I said, I was planning on and it's fine. I wasn't sure what to plan, so I didn't have too much anticipated. So I'm try to not kill time. So now I only got one Lycan left. We had some great people come and purchase the other Lycan, and that was pretty cool. Lonnie McCollum did a great job. His stuff sold real well at OKC. We got a reorder with Tim. Daniel Cruz crushed it. Uh, Jesse Aarons, Michael Toth, of course, crushed it. Um, everybody on the table. Scott Straka with his art. Vinny Cucarato, people, I need more of his merch on the tables because everybody always wants to buy a Myers House bust. So I got to, actually, somebody wanted to order one, so I have to get a hold of Vinny. Probably get a hold of him this weekend or tomorrow and link them up. Try to get a house built if Vinny's up to doing one because they are a lot of work. As you can see, Vinny did the Strode porch behind me. He did the Return of the Living Dead behind me. And anything on the table that's a bust, like my Myers is definitely it. Hey, guess what, guys? We actually do have a vendor that's going to be at Memphis MonsterCon. He was able to show up, and I'm really excited. I know he had problems the last time, but it's cool to have him come up this time. And I can't wait to talk about what he's bringing to Memphis MonsterCon. So welcome, Eric's Secret Stash. What's going on, man?
What's going on, man? I'm so glad I can make it tonight, man. I truly apologize for last time, but man, I'm the
Not
most.
too much. Let me make sure. It's probably me. My volume's down.
Okay, let me see
Oh,
if I
now I hear you. I was like, oh, I can't hear him. But I hear you good now. I just had the volume down on my computer.
can you hear me?
I hear you well. You hear me
Well,
okay?
yeah, I can hear you fine, man. It's a pleasure to be on, man. This is awesome, man. I'm sorry I couldn't last time. I'm just not the most computer savvy person in the world, so I couldn't
No
get on.
worries, man. It's great you were able to pop in tonight. Now we got a chance to talk about what you're doing. Look at all that stuff, man. Look at all that cool stuff. That's no secret. That is an open stash right there. Are you in a vault?
A lot of that will be at the show, man.
Oh, do you think you'll have enough merchandise to bring to the show?
Uh,
Because I don't know back there.
man, according to my wife, yes, but to me, no.
Can never have enough. I'm the same way. It's like I don't even have that kind of amount that you do. And I'll always be going into a show. I hope I got enough for the table. Hoping I got enough for the table. And I usually got way too much, but that's a good thing. You'd rather have too much than too little.
You are correct. I hate being at a show and coming up short where people are like, "Do you have this? Do you have that?" And then not having it, but you know you have it, but you just didn't bring it. So I'm bringing the whole thing. I'm excited about this show, man. I am totally. Memphis has always been overlooked for a show like this, and I've always been disappointed in that. I know other people have tried and they failed, but I think Jamie got right. I think we're gonna do it. I think it's gonna be a great show. And like I said, I know myself personally, man, I'm going to be bringing the whole kit and caboodle.
Yeah, I'm with you. That's why I was excited to do this show. He's especially with it being a first year event and what he's already pulling off, and he already has a reputation even before this. Don't let it, this isn't like his first rodeo on the convention tour, but he's got it together. He's got it right. He's got great guests coming, um,
Yes.
and it's cool. I mean, I'm honored to be doing the panels along with doing the vendor table, but also it's one of those things we're now doing these shows, and it's cool that he loved the idea of bringing some of the vendors on and you guys being able to talk about what you're bringing.
Oh yeah. No, when he asked me, I was like, man, that it'd be awesome because I mean, most people you come to convention, you expect the action figures, you expect this and this, but I'm bringing some unusual stuff. I'm bringing like press kits um, from the horror movies from back in the '80s, Friday the 13th, Christine, all the good ones. I'm bringing a lot of soundtracks Original soundtracks. Nothing against Mondo. I love the new LPs, but these are the original old school ones. And I'm also bringing my entire collection of Fangoria magazines. I think it's
That'll be a
time.
collection.
It's time to let the magazines go to some good homes because I mean I love them. I've had them for a long time, but it's time for them to find a new home. So, like I said, I'm bringing everything, but like I said, it's just gonna be. I'm gonna have the action figures. I'm gonna have the statues, but gonna be bringing some busts, press kits, LPs, autograph pictures. I mean, everything I can possibly get in that booth. I'm gonna get in that booth.
I mean, variety for vendors to me is always important because I mean, I know as a vendor as well, um, one show this might kill it. And being my buddy Thomas who was hanging out with me, I always talk about it with other people. One show, say I'll bring a bunch of Freddy heads, they'll sell out. In other shows, I might sell one or none, but then the Michael Toad skateboard decks will go. So I'm with you. Variety is always good to have on your table. So bringing that is a big win right there. And also on top to touch on that is I get it, man. It's so hard to let go of certain things, but you have to. I've given myself two things in my collection and everything else, as much as I hate to let it go. If it goes to a good home, I'm happy.
I agree. Like I said, I've enjoyed it. I've been doing this since I was 18. I'm going to be 52 in December. So I've been doing it a long time. I love it. I enjoy it. It will never leave my life. But like you, I've chosen a few things that are like, okay, these will be with me until I'm 6 feet underground. But it's time to let everyone enjoy, the collecting that I have done over a period of time. And I enjoy it. A lot of people laugh at me, but with the show that me and my wife do every other Saturday on Facebook, the auctions and stuff, it's fun. And it's getting items in collectors' hands that they really wanted or they really need to finish that one run that they're really trying to do. And it feels good to be able to do that. And you know as well as I do, you're a vendor. It's always cool to see that expression on someone's face when you have what they've been looking for.
Well, yeah, I agree with you. And then the cool thing is, but like what you do is, I don't think I mean, you must have something that somebody doesn't have in their collection that they may need. And like you said, you do an online shop as well and online stuff. So I'm sure like at events, you'll be like, well, I don't have it with me, but I do have a shop. I do have it. And if you need it, you got it.
You got, like I said, I don't own a brick store, brick and stone building. I've looked into it, but I just enjoy doing it from my home. And like I said, it's Saturday nights every 2 weeks on Facebook, Eric's Secret Stash. Me and my wife for 2 hours sit up here. I put something on the auction block and I describe what condition it's in. I describe everything about it, and you let people bid on it.
Yeah.
And I've been doing that since the COVID experience happened because that kind of shut down, as everyone knows, the availability to go to shows and sell. So we tried it this way, and I kept on doing it because I mean, I've built a little, following of people that enjoy buying from me, and I enjoy selling to them. But this is the first time I will admit in a long time that I've done a big show with
Okay.
with guests like this. I have a lot of friends like the Volta Horrors or my brothers. They travel everywhere and do shows. I just never could do that at the moment. So I love shows because I get to see everyone face to face, but I also like to, be able to stay at home for 2 hours and do it from your
Well, and
house.
you don't have the overhead either. But,
Exactly.
I mean, I'm with you. So I get it. Like, especially traveling. If I was doing this for money, it'd be a totally different thing. I mean, I do it as something I enjoy. I love meeting the new people that come to the table. I love like, say something new or something that's made by hand that one of these guys that's an artist and somebody just really loving it and appreciating, going, wow, that's so cool. And that feeling and that interaction, and like I was talking about earlier, I don't know if you were able to catch this. My parents come along with me, so it's kind of a family thing.
Oh, brother, you're so lucky, man.
Yeah,
I don't have my mother and father. They supported me the whole time, but there's nothing better to be. That's awesome, dude. That's
yeah. I'm surprised they do it because if you asked me when I was a kid, and if you asked any of my friends that you thought that me at almost 50 and them in their 70s our big bonding thing would be horror conventions. It would, I mean, but my mom, once she's there, she gets on her scooter or walks around and she just talks to everybody. Patricia and Dave will tell you they're just hilarious.
That's so awesome. That's so awesome, man.
Yeah, yeah,
I
and
love
it puts a smile on my face to
Oh
seeing
yeah,
them have so much fun and them being proud of their son the way they are, which is, it's it's just cool. It's a lot of fun. It's really special, and I've never been closer to my parents. I've never been closer to them, and that's a great thing.
it
Uh,
is, man. I mean,
yeah,
it's funny the things that will bring people together because I've had this conversation with several people. I will take a horror tattooed face, tattoo everywhere, crazy, nutty, psycho killer loving dude to help me out in a situation that I would anybody else. The horror community is so strong, and when someone goes down and someone needs help, the support is mind blowing. My mother in law passed away, and we needed help taking care of a few things. Who was there? My family was there, but my extended family was there, and it blows your mind. I mean, because people from the outside probably look in and be like, "Oh man, those guys they're kind of weird, man. They're collecting those horror figures and got all those tattoos and everything." But I'm telling you right now, it's the best community in the world.
oh, absolutely. And I've been to Comic Cons and all this other stuff, and when it's in my area and I get to take some of the people that I know from work, and them being able to experience it's really cool. Like the Topeka, Kansas event we got coming up, it's close enough. There's a lot of great people in the special needs community that'll be there, and that's awesome. And I've built so many memories, not just with my parents, like not my biological son, but I've stayed close. They moved to Canada, and his mom. I'm still friends with them in the family, and I
Right?
hadn't seen I still call him my son in like 10 years. Denver last year, he got to come hang out with me. I hadn't seen him in all this time. It was great. Friends that I hadn't met in person, I got to meet that wanted to come to an event. They're like, "I'll help you out." I'm like, "Yeah," So it's a special community, like you said, and there's nothing else like it in the horror community. And the horror fans, as strange as we may be, but we're probably some of the coolest people you ever meet. I mean, I meet so many great people when I'm at these shows, and
Man,
just like my buddy Tom and his son Jordan, Bruce helped me out last time. You see them having so much fun and getting excited and eager, and getting to meet all these people they never got a chance to meet before.
yep.
Spending time father and son together and being able to provide, a platform that they can do that, and the fact that I consider them family too. So it's been lucky. It's been lucky.
And those memories will never fade from his mind.
Um,
They'll never fade. I mean,
no,
my memories with my father, were Notre Dame games and stuff like that. But the moments you share with your parents,
yeah,
they're no,
especially the older I get, the more I
yes,
appreciate it more because you take things for granted as a
you
kid.
do.
You don't take it for granted as much as you used to. And I'm very lucky that my parents have been married all these years. They're both alive, and I can at least provide something that, especially my dad just retired about a year ago, uh, and us being able to enjoy some good times together, so make some great memories while we're here.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
So you got any items you want to pull up? I can put you on solo screen so people can get a good
Uh,
view of what you
yeah,
have.
we
If you
can do
want,
that. I can give
yeah,
a
yeah,
look.
I want to give you a chance to show because it looks like you got some awesome stuff. And I'm eager to kind of see it on a solo screen to tell you the truth.
Now,
So
I will admit some of the, if any, most of the John Carpenter stuff is a little bit off, but other than that, everything is up. Let me see. Let me switch it around.
yeah, yeah, bring it around with you.
There you go.
There you go.
I mean, it's a little bit.
Got a O3 over there looking good. An Evil Dead. You got the NECAs. What's that Halloween behind you? Is that like a poster in a
Yep,
frame?
yep. There's a
Halloween
poster
4?
frame, but it's been overcome. That is the Russian poster for Halloween.
I was gonna say because it looks like Halloween 4, but it looks like it's kind of backwards.
No,
But
yep, no. That is the. No, I'm sorry. I apologize. That is the German Halloween.
Oh wow.
poster.
I dig it though. I like that poster
Appreciate
a
it.
lot.
Yeah, unfortunately it showed, but the figures have taken over. But
Got some Sam, got some Chucky,
yeah,
got the Halloween, got some great collectibles there, man.
like I said, it's pretty much anything you see will be at the show. We got the I'm gonna definitely be bringing the Tortured Souls, the 18-inch, and then we got some old Hammer films statues. Got some Elvira. Got a Lady Death statue.
Oh,
It's gonna be
very
coming.
cool. Oh, so you
Got
got those what are those those are the full statues, huh? Those are
those down.
cool.
Those are the bust that
Bust,
what they're. I forgot the company that put them out, but they only stayed in business for like a year, and then they went out of business. But
they're
they
rare.
they are there. You don't. I personally have not seen them
I've
too
never
often.
seen those. The
But
Elvira now, that's a full figure.
yep,
That's
that is
cool.
a full statue of her sitting on her TV, and the TV actually like lights and flickers like it's working.
Oh,
I'm gonna
nice.
bring that, and I also will be bringing. We'll swing you over here since we're on the Elvira. I'll be bringing this statue of Elvira that's actually signed,
Oh, very cool.
and then this other Elvira statue, which is "Your Heart Belongs to Me," which I love because she's holding her heart.
Her sexy Valentine kind of dress. I love
Exactly.
it. Yeah, yeah. She's cool. I was able to meet her in Kansas City at actually a Comic Con. She was there playing at Comic Con Kansas City 2023, I believe.
Oh, she's awesome.
Yeah, she was really cool. Look at all those signatures you got there. Nick Castle,
Yep. On that,
JP Courtney. Is that? Oh no, that's
Nick,
oh, PJ
PJ.
Souls, totally awesome. Totally. Nancy Loomis, she's very cool. And oh, you got Sheriff Brackett there, huh?
Yep, yep. And then Judith Myers signed that.
Andy Johnson, yeah. Her and PJ Souls were at the last event.
Man,
I got all of them on my bust. I got a bust that's really cool. And they're all, I love the Halloween cast, the original 78. They are so cool.
if we got any Devil Rejects fans, I'll be bringing this piece. This is signed by 13 of the cast members.
Oh, wow.
It's the 3-pack.
You got Sid on there?
Got Sid on there.
Oh, that's the one.
That's the one. And then I'll be bringing my original sideshows, the old Universal Monsters.
Oh, yeah.
That's my wife's. That's her favorite.
I love the Universal Monsters,
Oh, yeah.
man. I've been trying to get back to watching them again because it's been so long. And with all these streaming services, which is cool, it's great to catch up with some. And some I hadn't seen in years, or maybe I even forgot I'd seen it. Been so long.
Exactly. But no, like I said, pretty much everything is going to be, like I said, it's, my wife laughs at me. She's like, "You're gonna." So this weekend, I'm actually going to start getting ready for everything.
Yeah, it comes quicker than you think. Like, yeah, yeah, this time. No, you don't.
It does. Here,
It comes fast.
I'll show you the bust. I'll be bringing the people.
What are those all signatures you got on your wall?
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I'll be bringing these busts. There's Sinister.
Yeah.
This is a Jeepers Creepers mask that was actually a mask that was repainted, rehauled by the gentleman who did the makeup for Jeepers Creepers.
Wow.
Comes with the documentation and all that.
And sign that neck.
OG Godzilla.
Yeah, the OG.
And then you got
the face everybody loves.
Yep. You got to bring Sid.
Oh yeah.
This beautiful Brandon Lee piece signed by James O'Barr.
Oh wow.
And I'll be bringing
a nice one.
Conan.
Oh my goodness, it's amazing.
We'll not be bringing Frank. That's my wife.
You might not be able to sell that one then, huh?
No. And then we got Bloodthird Myers, which I think is really nicely.
I like that.
Really nicely done. But yeah, like I said, it's going to be a little bit of
a lot of variety. Yeah.
A lot of variety. That's what.
Is that the H2O?
Yeah.
Animatronic.
That one is that actually is the Halloween 2 one I have in storage. But yeah, that's the original one.
Oh, very cool.
And then that is
because I have the H20 that my buddy Vinny converted to a Halloween Kills, which is pretty cool.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. I got to do some work on. I brought it the last one. It needs it's still in good shape, but it just, it's an old machine. It just needs a little bit of TLC.
Yep,
Get
a
my
little bit of
dad
love.
on the project. Get
Oh yeah.
him to work. Stop being lazy at 70. He loves doing that stuff. Like he gets a kick out of like tweaking some things with electronics and stuff. It's just, and I always save it for him to do because when I get a chance or when he gets a chance, gives us a chance to bond and let him, us do a little work together.
That's what it's all about, man.
Yeah, exactly.
We're bringing this beautiful piece. This is an original one sheet of Christine, signed by the entire cast.
Wow.
Including Mr. Carpenter.
I'm guessing that's not going to be for sale.
It is. I'm actually bringing it.
Are you? Well, it's going to be. I'd buy that for $1.
I know a couple of people.
No, I'm just kidding. That's a beauty. That's a great piece.
Yeah, and it's actually got the soundtrack. The gentleman who did the music.
Oh wow!
So it's kind of
you didn't waste any room for names. You got it all filled up. I'm surprised you didn't get the coffee guy. You got a lot of names there, but that's cool.
I appreciate it, man. But like I said, man, it's gonna be a blast, man. We're gonna have fun. I mean, they gotten some great guests. I mean, there's some guests that I can't wait to meet.
You got some great vendors too. I mean, I mean, so far the people that have come on the show, Reaper Underground, I can't wait to meet them. You and what you're bringing is awesome. Meeting Jamie in person, I'm excited to meet him because I think what he's doing is amazing.
I think it is too, man. Jamie is taking the step that I think Memphis needed with someone, because as well as I do, anytime you do a show, you're gambling.
Oh yeah, you never know.
But when you do a show like this and you bringing in the guests that he's bringing in, I mean, it's kind of hard not to fail. The only thing I just want, everyone to share. I mean, as well as I do, media, social media, that is where you get the word out. There's no more in the newspaper and on the news. It's all social. So I'm spreading the word, through Eric's Secret Stash and all my friends and all that, trying to get it, as many people as I can, because I want Jamie to be successful.
Yeah, I have no doubt he will be. I mean, it's just like you said, the guests. I think he's bringing in some great vendors, and he really, and most of the cons do. I can't say they don't, but the fact that he was really excited to bring on some of the vendors too when I brought it up and be like, we can always do the celebrity guests and stuff, but everybody knows who's going to be there.
Right.
It's cool to see him. But as a vendor, I know in my position, it's cool to get a little bit of spotlight where you bring a little bit of advertising and being able to relate to that. I thought it was pretty cool. And now I get to be doing these kind of shows with guests like you coming on with all this cool stuff. And then it gets me drooling because I'm jealous of that collection because it's awesome. The Christine poster is pretty sweet.
Man, that Christine poster, I've had that for a long time. I mean, it's going to be there. It's not going to be $1. I can guarantee you that. But I'm a big stickler. Most stuff that I get signed personally throughout the years I've been doing this, I like to get movie quotes. It's just kind of my, and I know now when you go get an autograph, they charge you for a selfie, they charge you to personalize it, they charge you for this and that. But back, when I was doing all this, heck,
it was harder to get the autographs. It definitely had more value, and nothing against autographs now, but it doesn't. I mean, there's so many conventions and stuff. It's always great to meet the celebrities. It's always great to get an autograph. But it's not like autographs back in the day where, and if having like Sid Haig, things be, I think post-pandemic or right around pandemic time, the cons really got to another level. Yeah. And I love it that there's so many chances and opportunities to meet these amazing guests, but also the vendors too. And the vendors are crucial to any event. And
they are.
I'm pretty sure he's sold out of vendor spots already. So that says a lot right there.
Yep. And and another cool thing about being a vendor is, a lot of people come shopping because they're looking for things to get signed. They don't want just that. Nothing wrong with getting the picture on the table signed. Nothing wrong with that. But if you can get a figure signed, if you can get a press kit signed, if you can get an LP, hell, if you can get a paperback book signed, it's just a cool memory to have.
Yeah, I'm with you. I mean, I've seen so many people who were excited to, like, even Jordan and Thomas got to meet. We got to meet Chandler Riggs at the last show. Kane Hodder was there. It was really cool. And yeah, I mean, I didn't think I'd ever really meet Carl Chandler Riggs. I didn't expect it. It's cool. He's out doing cons.
Right.
He was really cool. And I got him this. I'm like, well, I'm going to get this deck signed. And then I wound up selling it to somebody who got it with it signed. I'm like, listen, since I got it signed here and you're getting a picture taken with it, I'm just going to charge you what I would for the board, and, you know, and give you the autograph for what I paid for it. And they bought it, and they had the pictures being taken with them. So they had that in the picture with them, which was cool. You know, at least they got a little bit of experience with it. And
Oh yeah.
yeah, so I think I mean, I was getting things signed and I love it. Like I had how you said, the Dream Warriors cast
Yep.
in Chicago. And, you know, they had all the Dream Warriors there, had the landing camp. So I had them all signed and graffitied it. Jennifer Rubin was great about it. She just couldn't stop. And we had a lot of fun signing that board. So that's something I enjoyed getting signed, because I don't mind if it doesn't sell.
I'm right there with you. I'm right
Yeah.
there with you, man. The first time I met all the Hellraiser guys, I each
I
have
was just
signed
gonna
their
mention
figure. And when they signed it, I was like, I want you to write anything you want on it, anything you want. And I kid you not, they're put up, but I mean, they literally took up the whole front of the box. And like Simon, who played
Simon Bamford. Yeah, he's awesome. Butterball.
he is so but he wrote on there, he says, I have signed 1 million of these figures, but I've never noticed this is a naked woman in the box with me.
He's great. All three up. I mean, Doug Bradley's great. Don't get me wrong. And they were all, them and Ashley was there.
Yep.
And and Ashley was super cool. I met him before at Scarefest, so I already had things signed, and we brought a few other decks. And Simon, Vince, and Barbie Wild were, I mean, God, they were so cool. And they are so close. Those three are super close.
If they're at a show, if you see one of them at a show, they're all three there. It's as simple.
Yeah, the three of them were together.
Yep.
And yeah, man, they couldn't have been any cooler. We happened to go out to breakfast, and there they are, right next. You know what I mean? They got breakfast. We talked to them quite a bit, and and Hellraiser 1 and 2. You know, I love those movies so much.
Oh yeah.
You know, to be able to meet Barbie, you know, obviously from Hellraiser 2, but you know, I don't care. She's still a female, Hellraiser female. She was great, and you know, Nicholas Vince was just really cool. And like you said, Simon Bamford, he's a great guy too. All three of them are just so cool. They'll sit and talk to you too.
And that's my thing, because they meet so many people, but every time I meet them, they're so friendly, they're so outgoing, and they want to talk to you, they want you to ask questions, and I just love that.
Yeah. And they love, like you said, like I was talking about the Leviathan documentary. Did you ever see that?
I have not.
It's on, I believe it's on Shudder.
Okay.
One of the horror ones.
All right.
And it's like a Hellraiser 1 and 2 documentary behind the scenes, and I think it was as good as the movies, because you got to see how they did everything and all the special effects and all the cast and crew signing.
Going to definitely check that out.
Yeah, check it. Yeah, you'll love it, man. It's about 6 hours of documentary. What's going on, Paul Wolf? Good to see you, buddy. The governor's the best. Yeah, the governor. I met the governor from The Walking Dead.
He's super awesome. He's a good guy.
Yeah. Yeah, the governor I got to meet, and I can't think of his name, from The Walking Dead. Oh my God, it's been so long. I used to know the whole cast and crew, but he was really cool, really. I think I lost connection. I'm pretty sure I did.
I can hear you now.
Yeah. I thought it was you losing connection. I was doing some things. Yeah, the governor is the best. I got to meet him, at Scarefest last year. They're always, I mean, Scarefest is a great event too out there in Lexington, Kentucky.
Oh yeah,
Kentucky. I love those people, Adrian and Deacons Elder and Brandon Griffith. Good luck
agreed.
with $20 autographs anymore.
Agreed.
I
God
mean,
bless.
yeah. I mean, and I love autographs, but for now, I'll get an autograph if I really, really, really need it or want it. But most of it's Halloween, and I got a lot of the names and a few more that I haven't had a chance to get on the bus I have that I've given myself as my collection pieces. Can't sell them.
There you go.
But yeah.
Well, brother, this has been awesome, man. I hate to get off, but unfortunately, the regular job calls tomorrow.
Yeah, I
Which
got to
is
get up
cool.
early too,
Yeah,
but I do appreciate you coming on, Eric.
brother. I appreciate you for letting me come back on, man, because I feel like I couldn't figure it out last time, but I'm glad I got on here, man. This is awesome. I can't wait to meet you and your parents in person at the show. That's going to be a blast. But no, thank you so much for having me on, man. Let me talk some horror with you, man.
Yeah, well, we'll have to do it again before the event if we get a chance.
Sounds
But I
good to
appreciate
me,
you
brother.
coming on, and don't worry about the last time. I get it. Especially, you're good with figures, not with tech. And I'm still learning it myself, so don't feel bad at all.
Good.
But a big thank you to Jamie for connecting it out, and I hope he's having a blast with his family. I want to thank everybody in the chat. Your collection's awesome.
Appreciate that.
Quest thinks it's great. We're gonna meet Clint, and I'm sure he'll be coming up and saying hi to you, Clint Shelton.
Sweet. Come on, bring it. Let me know that you saw me on the show. That would be awesome.
Yeah, guys. So anybody who's going to Memphis, we can't wait to see. Anybody who I'm going to be seeing at other shows, I can't wait. Make sure to check out Eric's Secret Stash. Now you're on Facebook too, right?
Yes, sir.
I swear I've seen you around. I just don't think we've connected.
No, I'm the only one that's on there. If you just type in Eric's Secret Stash, only one pops up, and I would sure appreciate a like if someone don't mind going on there and doing it.
Yeah, make sure you come to Doomsday's Crypt. You can post your stuff in there too in the group.
Oh, sweet. Definitely will do it,
Feel
brother.
free to share what you're bringing. That's what the group's about, is sharing and the community. So feel welcome to do that, and I will definitely hit the like on your page. And thanks again. Thank you, chat. We'll see if we do a show this weekend. I know I got a few things to do, but in the hotel internet's even worse than the internet here. I usually don't have problems here. So we'll see how that goes. But until next time, guys, peace out. Thanks again, and we will see you soon.
Thanks again, brother.
Thank you.